How did you find the experience of hosting the TechFest Talks podcast? Do you have any highlights in particular?
Um, I found the experience very insightful personally. Not only was the topic of discussion of great interest to me personally, but the experience also really improved my confidence skills. And because it was something so new, it was a challenge, but it was something that I feel I learned a lot from and thoroughly enjoyed as a whole. I personally really enjoyed finding out about the progress of how diabetes has been treated. Our interviewees gave us a really good insight on how it was treated quite early on in its kind of discovery up until now, which I personally found very interesting.
So for me, the whole experience was absolutely wonderful, and there's no one particular highlight because the whole thing was just too good. I must say one of my favorite parts would be actually researching beforehand and then consolidating the information I found through speaking to the guests. And I found that it was really fun to create links between the stuff that we were learning in school and the things that they were being said. And it really opened my mind as to the practical applications of things that we've learned before. And also the whole experience of hosting a podcast, as I mentioned before, it was just great.
I would take this chance to thank the interviewees first, because I actually did, because I did do a bit prior research, but many of my times I tripped on stuff. I didn't understand, but the interviewees were so patient with me and they made me understand. And I think that's the highlight of the episodes, is the fact that if you're an A-level student, you're not bound to know all the processes, or even if you want to talk to like the interviewees, you're not going to know as much as they know, obviously. So I think the highlight of this is the fact that they were explaining to me as how they would explain to a normal A-level student, which just makes the whole big concepts very, very easy. Because when I was researching for them, it just made no sense, though the articles were very clear. And then when I got to the podcast and they actually did explain it to me, it made much more sense. And I think my favorite parts was one of it was about PTB1B protein, because a week before the podcast, I was just I didn't get what PTB1B was, and I was so what can I say? I was just so stressed out because I had a podcast next day and I didn't know what to ask if I didn't know the meaning of a PTB1B protein. But Dr. Don Thompson was really, really nice, and so as the other ones, Dr. John Barrow and the others. They were so nice, and they I also mispronounced metformin in the episode. So yeah, I think it was really, really interactive and really, really fun for me.
Oh, great. I'm so glad you enjoyed that and you did such an exceptional job as well. I can imagine that it must be quite intimidating to host a podcast about such a specific topic and interview people as well.